Social media is not luck. Welcome to my free YouTube masterclass. This is my full free course on how to make money with YouTube automation. From top to bottom, this is how you do it. For over 8 years, I've been making money with social media, and I can tell you, just again, let me just get this in your head right now. Social media is not luck, and automation is the best way to make money in 2025, 2026, whatever. So first thing, what is YouTube automation? YouTube automation is making YouTube channels strictly to farm money. And most of the time, this is going to be faceless content. You are the operator of the channel. Your job, as seen right here, is to construct teams to build faceless YouTube channels for you. And throughout this presentation, I'm going to give you so many examples of channels doing this right now, how much it will make, how to find a good niche, and all that stuff is going to be inside of here. And in this video, we are going to be talking about long form YouTube channels because I want to make sure I emphasize this. There is so much more money to be made with long form YouTube compared to short form YouTube. Now let's start getting into the basics. What makes a channel blow up? Well, I'm going to be honest, the channel needs to be in a good niche. It needs to have a good average viewer duration, and it needs to have a good click-through rate. Most of you probably know what this means, but what is a niche? The niche is just the category of videos that you're posting. Good average viewer duration. What is that? Viewer duration is just the average percentage viewed on your video. So let's say you make a YouTube video that is 10 minutes long. If someone watches your video only halfway through, that's going to be a 50% AVD, which would obviously be the 5-minute mark. The way you make money with social media is just by keeping people's attention. And this is an example right here. This is a video that's just 2 hours long and they kept people watching 40% of the way. That is really good. All it is just a percentage watch. Now we have another term right here. It is called the click-through rate. And the click-through rate is just the rate that people click on your videos. So if your YouTube video has 100 impressions, impressions are just people that have seen it when they're scrolling through or anything like that. And only 10 people actually click on that video. As we know math, that means only 10% actually watched it. So your CTR would be 10. Again, CTR is click-through rate. AVD is click-through rate. Write that down. I know this is super beginner stuff, but I want to make sure that everyone understands this. CTR is affected by the video's packaging. AVD is affected by the video's quality. If you have a video with a good thumbnail, a good title, it looks good, then you're going to get a good CTR. But once they click on that video and they see that, hey, this is a very well edited video, the person talking in the video sounds good, you know, everything kind of clicks all those bells, then you're going to have good AVD. Now, the problem is some people can get good CTR, but not good AVD. So they're packaging a video right, but they're producing low quality videos so people click off of them. Listen to me carefully. To win YouTube, you must master both of these factors. Non-debatable, non-negotiable. If you have good CTR and good AVD, you will get views regardless. Hopefully everyone understands that. Let's go over to the next one. We have YouTube Pay. Here's some screenshots of analytics. YouTube long form pays a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube pays out between the 21st and the 23rd of the month. And a metric that you need to understand and term is RPM. RPM means revenue per mille, which is Italian or Latin or something like that with this M. But essentially it just means dollar per 1,000 views. You can kind of forget about that. Just treat RPM as how much you make per 1,000 views. So if a video has, let's say 8,000 views and the RPM is $10, that means that one video would have made them $80. Easy math. Now, what's interesting is not every single channel has the same RPM. Actually, it's very different depending on the channel. It's going to be impacted by how long your videos are and what your niche is. Let's start with the first thing, the length of the video. Your YouTube videos need to be at least 8 minutes long to post as many ads as you want in between those videos. So within 8 minutes, obviously you can put an ad probably every 2 minutes. That's usually reasonable. But if you have a video that's like 30 minutes long, you are able to put so many more ads in between those videos, which is obviously why it makes more money, which is why longer videos pay so much more. Right now, at the time that I'm recording this video, YouTube is promoting long content. The longer the video, the more ads, the more money for YouTube, the more money for you. And actually, YouTube revealed, finally, more viewers are watching on TV than they are watching on mobile devices. And people prefer to watch longer content on TV than they do their phone, obviously. So yes, that's how the length of the video affects the RPM. Now let's go over to the second factor, and that is the niche. I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible. YouTube makes money from advertisers. The advertiser pays YouTube and YouTube pays you. Advertisers give more money to YouTube on videos that have an older demographic. Pretty much the demographic that's easiest to sell to or has the most money, which is why the older white male demographic is the best for YouTube long form as far as RPM. Again, you don't have to go into any of these if you don't want to, but some examples of these are lawn mowing, fishing, farming, finance. Things in that niche typically have a higher RPM because it's an older audience with money, which those pay very well, especially finance. Lower paying RPMs are things like kids content. All right, so if you're playing video games like Minecraft, Roblox, all of that stuff is going to be kids content, and that is going to pay less. You know why? Because kids obviously don't have money. They use their parents' money. But here's where it gets interesting, and here's why kids content is so popular and does so well. There is a much larger audience of kids that are easier to captivate compared to adults. So yeah, say you make a kids video and your RPM is only $4. Say the YouTube video gets 200,000 views. Obviously, 4 times 200, that means that video made you $800. But let's say you made a channel in a completely different niche that had a $16 RPM. That was in, let's say, lawn mowing. Because the audience is a lot smaller, it'll be about 50,000 views. Just, you know, a scenario. These two videos are in totally different niches, but they can make you the same amount of money. Both of them making $800. That is why do not count out low RPM niches, because a lot of them are, it's actually, you know, easier to get views, which balances and cancels each other out. So you can make very good money with YouTube long form. You know, we love bragging on this channel. This is one of my students' channels. He's having a down month and this channel has made $34,000. $34,000 again on a bad month. This channel has an RPM of $26 and it's most definitely going to pay the bills. But this guy's just awesome though. He's been in my community for quite some time. I'm sure most of you know I have a community where I teach them and help them with their channels. And as you can see by the wins tab, oh my God, they're cooking. 10K in 6 days. Spencer getting monetized. Liam making 12K in 1 month. Gavin making 5K in what, 4 days? Spencer getting monetized, Kim making 3,800, all of these guys doing super well. I didn't even realize this. Mohammed, 100,000 subscribers in 4 days. That's crazy. Look at Brandon, got 1 million subs. Awesome, love it. So yes, indeed, this is a great opportunity. Do not take advantage of this. This is free sauce I'm giving you. And if you want to go to Second Mile and talk to me and get help with me, link down in the description or message me on IG. So here are more examples of the types of channels that we're talking about. As you can see, these automation channels are in all of these different types of niches. Anything that you think of, you can turn it into a faceless content channel, which is the beauty of YouTube automation. Bigfoot videos, basketball videos, kid videos, celebrity drama, boring history videos. You can find your space on YouTube automation and make good money from it. And how you seriously start making money is not by just having one channel, is scaling over and over again. So let's go over to the most important step, which is finding a niche. Right here, this is the most important factor. Let's give some examples of niches: sports, science, facts, scary stories, finance, satisfying, ASMR, anything that you can think of. A lot of the times you will see a lot of gurus gatekeeping their niche. But if you look at my channel, I give them to you. Finding a niche is the foundation of YouTube automation and you have to master this. It's not really even mastering it. It's just understanding, okay, this is good. Let's go into it. All right, so that is the intro complete. Now we're going to get into the method that I've been using to make so much money. This is the copy method. 200 IQ, of course. This is the process that a lot of people don't like, but I promise you it makes a lot of money. The method and the secret is finding a channel that does well, copying them, and then doing better than them. That is the secret. Look at this, 200 IQ. Find a niche, find a format, find a team, improvise. I know some of you may click off of this video right now and be like, oh, I don't want to copy anyone else. If you're here for YouTube automation and you are here to make a lot of money, I'm giving you the sauce. I'm just telling you how it is. In this industry, everyone just copies each other. And then once you copy someone else, someone will copy you. You just have to make sure that your content is good enough to where no one can outdo you. That's how you make it to the top and stay at the top. That's how you start farming YouTube play buttons. So let's go straight to it. Finding a format. You know what? Pause all of this. Let me help you guys find a niche. I have a lot of really good methods to finding niches and I'm going to show you all of them. But the first thing you need to download is vidIQ. This is a YouTube extension that you need. It's going to make it so much easier. This is going to allow you to see analytics. This is going to allow you to see tags. This is going to allow you to see growth outliers. If you want to use my referral code, it would help me. It's going to be linked down below in the description. This is a must-have. You don't even need to get the paid version. So once you have this installed, you're going to first open an incognito window. You're gonna go to youtube.com and it's gonna ask you to start watching some videos so it can start creating a feed. I go to a really large channel like MrBeast and I just kind of click through these videos, you know, pretend like I'm watching them. And now when I go back, I'm able to actually scroll YouTube. Now, how we know we found a good niche is by finding a channel that doesn't have a lot of subscribers or pretty much just a brand new YouTube channel and someone blew it up really fast. So I'm just gonna scroll and I'm gonna click on this and holy banger, one video, 5.3 million views. This is a new channel. When I tell you guys to find new channels, typically I'm talking about channels that are younger than 2.5 months. Sometimes you could do a channel that's 3 or 4 months old, but the newer the better, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy a channel, obviously that's doing really good. And that's really fresh because, hey, if they're blowing up really easily in just a couple weeks or in a month, you should be able to take their same principle, apply it, and like I said, outdo them. So this channel is really good, but it only has one video. I'm going to now go down and scroll for some more channels. And I'm seeing a lot of like kids content. Yeah, this channel right here, 11 days ago. Oh, only 11 videos. Okay, banger. So this is their format that they're using. Why it sucks to be born. Why it sucks to be born. Why it sucks to be born. You see, every single video is the same. This is a great example of a great automation channel. They're taking just a popular movie character, a very similar thumbnail, and it appears to be working very well for them. So if I wanted to copy this, I would use their format. I would get a person to draw me a thumbnail just like this. I would title it Why It Sucks to Be Born As or Why It Sucks to Be A. And then I would pick just a really popular character. So I noticed they did a Jedi, a mutant, a vampire, a werewolf. They're talking about like classes of superheroes. So what's stopping me from doing Why It Sucks to Be Batman or Why It Sucks to Be a Transformer or anything of that nature? Now, I actually am familiar with this niche because this format is being used in other niches. And so what I like to do is I like to copy the most popular video. And when I say copy, I mean just copy the title. So copy. Now we're going to stick this in search. And this is how we can find all of the competitors. So now we just found another guy, another competitor named Mugen. He has 9 videos. Okay. He tried it again. Didn't do as good. So this guy copied the last guy, right? But he's not having the same, type of views. Why is that? Why is he not doing as well? Look at how long all of his videos are. 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, not that long. And let's look at the biggest guy doing this. He's making all longer videos. 16 minutes, 18, 18, 12, 22, 21. If you're copying someone else's niches, I 100% recommend making longer videos than them or having better thumbnails than them. Some way you're going to have to set yourself apart. Somewhere you're going to have to put in just a tad bit of more effort. I just looked this up and I see someone else is doing it. They just started this channel. They're doing the same format with NBA players. Now these thumbnails are good. I clicked on these videos. These videos are terrible. They're all AI. But do you see how these YouTube channels are just taking the same format and just copying each other? This is how YouTube automation gets so good. So yeah, this was me just finding a niche or finding a format using the incognito method. Now I'm going to show you another method. This next method requires vidIQ. Do you see all of these outlier scores on these videos? It's right under the title. What this tells you is how well this video is doing compared to their average. So this video is doing 5.3 times better than its average. This one's doing 8.5. Let's scroll down. This one did 100 times better. This one did 100 times better. Now, when you're scrolling YouTube and you see this 100x multiplier, that means you need to check out this channel because this video blew up for them compared to their average. So I'm going to click on this channel and let's see what I find. 15 videos. That's a good sign. And a channel that was made 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and they're already at 5K subs and almost 200,000 views combined. This is good. This is a great find. Their most popular video was 10 days ago. That means that this is viral. This is blowing up. I would get into this. And I found this niche just by scrolling and looking at multipliers. That's why you have to use these tools to help you. Now, because this channel is so good, it's such a great find, I'm going to keep this over on my side monitor. And if I wanted to go into this niche, my next step is to subscribe to all of the competition. So this is an account doing, forbidden history. So I would go over and I would copy the title of this video. I would put into the YouTube search bar. And now we can see all of the people making channels just like this and doing videos just like this. So I found this other channel that started 8 days ago. Okay. I would subscribe to him and I would go down and find as many competitors as possible. Now, I know this may not be appealing to everyone. They're going to look at it and be like, oh, it's boring. I don't want to do this. If your goal here is to make money, it shouldn't even matter. But I'm going to find something that maybe the majority will like. Everyone watching this video, this is me live finding niches for you. Oh my goodness, I just found another one. It's history. Why you wouldn't survive 24 hours in the Stone Age. This is just talking again about ancient times. Wow, this is doing really good. Another channel that's 1 month old. Okay, so I'm scrolling and I found a 99x. Let's check this out. 57 videos. What is this? How old is this channel? 2 months? This is doing like weird 4chans. Oh no, I don't want to do anything like this. You know what? I'll put this in my niche finds for my group. In my community, we give away any good niches that we find, and this would make money, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I just found a channel. Wow, this is kind of like doing self-improvement. Every way to get rich in 2025. Everything in life you should know. Every social hack explained. Okay, I see what this channel's doing. Another good one, actually. Ooh, I just found another one. Can I beat Minecraft while beating myself? What? What is this? 2 weeks ago, 2 million views. One video, this many. Oh my God, this video has made so much money. Okay, I have another one that is found. We have another one here that's talking about cars. Honestly, if you're just on YouTube and you are scrolling and you have vidIQ looking for multipliers, you will find channels out the wazoo and you will get a working format, which brings us over to this section, which is find a format. So I showed this earlier, but all of these YouTube channels are just copying one another. This one is the everything explained in minutes. So you can look at their titles, you can look at their thumbnails, they're all the same style. Every US president assassination attempt in 12 minutes right here. Every daily habit that boosted your brain power explained. I know I butchered that. Every weird NBA rule you didn't know existed explained in 27 minutes. Every Roblox survivor lore explained in 13 minutes. So once you find one of these channels, like I said, you're going to create the format or follow the format. Here is another example. All 3 videos from all different channels. Again, all 3 videos from all different channels. This one is top 10 things you didn't know about Jinxie. This is top 10 things you didn't know about Michael Jordan. This is top 10 things you didn't know about Mike Tyson. That's the title of these 3 videos. All about 3 different people, but using the same format. So what you do is you find a format that's working that you will see on YouTube. I promise you, you will see it on YouTube. Do not leave this video and go weeks and weeks being like, I don't know what to do. You can find it. And once you see this format, copy it. Another example of formats. Alex Hormozy, Jack Doherty, Mr. Beast, very prominent figures. They're all using the same format. It does not matter what videos you are making. Align with your place on YouTube and your job will be so much easier. When we're talking about YouTube automation, we're talking about where you're making these channels just to make money. So most of the time, get your own feelings aside, lose that sense of artistic vision that you think that you may have, and just follow what works. It's just the most simplest way to do this. Find a format. Here we go again. 2 different channels, very similar thumbnails, very similar titles. And now once you find a format, you need to find patterns. What do you notice about this channel? Well, I already underlined it for you. Every single title starts with 15 times. Not every single one, but their biggest ones do. 15 times streamers, 15 times streamers, 15 times streamers, 15 times Ray, 15 times streamers, 15 times Kai Cenat. So format is 15 times person action. 15 times person action, 15 times person action. All right, so obviously this is talking about a popular YouTuber named iShowSpeed. So what if you did this with any other celebrity? What if you did this in the finance niche, right? 15 times Elon Musk lied. We could do it in the politics niche. 15 times Joe Biden lied. We could do it in the sports niche. 15 times LeBron dunked on his opponents. Do you understand how this works now? Hopefully it's starting to, click just a little bit. That these psychology patterns you should be copying. And you have to be able to recognize this. And this is actually where a lot of people go wrong. They aren't able to recognize these things. Also, in the thumbnails, what do you notice? All of the colors are very brightly saturated, as well as all of the thumbnails are really good. They align with the titles, which is what you want on YouTube. Your thumbnail is an extension to your title. Your title and your thumbnail must have cohesion and it must build interest. What they do is they add text in their thumbnails, which is really good. And all of these are high intense moments. Look at this one. They got 8.3 million views. It's him beat up and they said they're coming for me. The next one is missing for 5 months. The next one is watch out with a Lambo about to hit him. The next one is an argument. This one is an argument. They're all high action moments. That's why this channel is so successful and why this channel has probably made $400,000, $500,000. Let's go to another example. This is another channel and this channel is actually being very consistent. But instead of doing the 15 times, they're doing when Kai Cenat, when streamers, when streamers, when Kai Cenat, when streamers. This is a format that worked very well for them. And one thing I didn't even notice, humbles entitled celebrities, humbles entitled rappers, humbled entitled women. So if I'm him, I'm thinking, okay, let me switch out that last word, humbled entitled kids, humbled entitled streamers. That's just me on the fly right here. There's no script of me thinking of video ideas while I'm looking at this. Let's go over to another one. This one may not be as easy to tell the pattern, but I'm just going to break it down how I'm viewing this. This is a channel going over ocean mysteries. As you can see, every single one starts with 4+ hours because the videos are 4 hours long. Every single thumbnail has a red arrow. Every single title ends with science can't identify, can't explain, can't explain, can't explain, unexplained. And so what I have underlined in green is the section that you can actually change. So this one is 4+ hours of mysterious deep sea creatures science can't explain. Tell me why you can't change that to 4+ hours of mysterious space mysteries or space aliens science can't explain. I'm just, throwing ideas out there that would work. Right here, we have 4+ hours of submarine mysteries that military can't explain. So let's do 4+ hours of UFO sightings the military can explain, for example. And then what we would have is we'd have a background of some strange UFO object and a red arrow. And that is how you copy. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about this on YouTube. Most of them will tell you that, hey, you need to go over, make the exact same videos as them. If they're doing ocean mysteries, you need to do ocean mysteries. If they're doing cooking videos, you need to do cooking videos. No, what you need to do is you need to find a format. You need to improvise off of that format because that is actually how you become very successful. Yes, you can copy a channel one-to-one. Yes, you can do that and make money with that, but you're not going to see the longevity that you probably want. And there's a higher likelihood that you will die out. This is the best way to be quote unquote original if you just take a format and kind of, make it your own or put your own spin on it. And that is honestly the big secret. So now that all of that is out the way, let's go over the system. The automation system, script writing, editing, thumbnail, and optimization. And now it is so much easier than it ever has been to get this automation system running. This is a very easy business. It just takes a brain. So now that you have your niche, all that good stuff, let's talk about what script writing is. Script writing is just the basis of your video. If you're going to make a medicine channel talking about vitamins, you're going to need a script so you can do that. If you're going to talk about movie reviews, you're going to need a script for that. And now you can actually use AI for a lot of scripts. I would not recommend using the base level tier of ChatGPT. A lot of the times it's not going to give you the link that you want. There's a website that I absolutely love. The link is going to be down in the description that makes scripts for you, kind of makes the videos for you, gives you video ideas. It's going to be down below TubeGen. I have a discount link for you guys. All you do is just put in the video title. You put in the style of video, which you can create, and then you press generate and it will generate a script and a voiceover for you. On my archives channel, I actually made a full video on how to use this insane AI tool because I don't want to take up this entire course just, hey, this is how you use TubeGen. But it is really good, and if you do want a discount, I now have that. So yes, watch this. So let's go over to the next step, and the next step is the editing. Your editing, like I said, will affect your YouTube AVD. And editing quality will vary on your niche. And last thing, pacing is key. Some niches don't require a lot of really extensive editing. Like this channel, Boring History, for example, is nothing but just slideshows. That channel that I showed you for really high RPM is nothing but just a huge slideshow. Look at this. It's just a slideshow with text at the bottom. This is super easy editing. And like I said, this is one of our students, and they just use TubeGen to make all of these videos in probably less than 40 minutes. But some niches actually require you to have, pretty good editing, in which you would have to get a editor. Now, there are Discord servers for editors. There's a website called ytjobs.com, which I think you have to pay like $200 for that. You can go to Twitter to find some editors. You can go to Fiverr to find some editors. For the people that are in my community, we have a bunch of editors. I think we have like 30-ish. You have 30 editors, scriptwriters, voice actors that are ready for you all. But yeah, whenever you do find an editor, you have to make sure that they are good and that they understand pacing. Not everyone has the money for an editor. I understand. There's some editing softwares that I like to use: Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, and CapCut. If you are making those really easy, like slideshow videos, like the Boring History ones, you can easily get away with just using something like CapCut. And if you need something more advanced, I'd probably go for Premiere Pro, which you can use any editor, to be honest. These are just the three that I use. Now let's go over to the fun part of YouTube, and that is thumbnails. Thumbnails affect CTR. Remember from the first part, CTR is click-through rate. And some thumbnails can be done with AI, which is amazing. But you need to understand color theory. That is essential. You need to understand how colors correlate in thumbnails. What makes a thumbnail pop? Remember, social media is a social science. Social media is psychology. This is a Mr. Beast thumbnail. This is another guy's thumbnail. He just copied Mr. Beast. But you need to make sure that your content is the same quality as your competitors, if not better. Let's go over to split testing. So YouTube has this feature that allows you actually to split test thumbnails, which is amazing. And YouTube has confirmed that they are bringing out a thing to kind of split test titles as well. So what I do on all of my videos is I make 3 different thumbnails. And let me show you what split testing looks like. So this is one of my videos on my finance channel. If we go over to reach, we can see that these 2 thumbnails were split test. So this was option A, this was option B. This one won by 53% to 46%. That's all it is. So you can make multiple YouTube thumbnails and you can just kind of test which one works the best. This is something I 100% recommend. So now let's go into the analytics. Video analytics are extremely important. The analytics will tell you why a video is good, why a video is bad. If your video sucks, the analytics will tell you. So this is where we have our ABD, our CTR, and our revenue. So let's go over a video of mine. Since I already have this video up, let's do this one. This video has a bad ABD and a very, average CTR, which is 5.4%, which is bad for a lot of niches, but it's not terrible for finance. And we can see that the RPM is $7.28 here. So inside of our analytics, we can obviously see our views, we can see our watch time, we can see how many subscribers the video got us, and obviously how much money it is. Now this video is kind of flatlined over time, but you can actually see where all the views came from. So if we go over to reach, we can see how viewers found this video. And please pay attention because this is important. We can see that views came from browse features, they came from YouTube search, and suggested. The most important metric is suggested and browse features. If you have a video that's really good on suggested and most of your views come from suggested, it will bang. We can click on see more to get a more detailed view. And we can see that this video had only a 2.6% click-through rate on the suggested tab, which is not good. On browse features, it had a 5.4. In YouTube search, it had an 11.5, which is good. Let me just tell you how YouTube works. YouTube search views can make a video evergreen because if people are searching for your topic and they find it, that's good. That's not algorithm. YouTube search views are not algorithm. Browse features and suggested are only algorithm. So this browse features being 5.4%, like I said, it's not terrible. It obviously, got the job done. But if I got this up and I got this up, holy smokes, this would be so much better. This video could have had, a couple million views. Okay, now let's go over one of my kids' channels. This is one of my old channels I was running a while ago. And this one has better stats. Let's look. Okay, it has a 36% ABD. That is a lot better. And if we go over to the reach tab, it has an 8.5% click-through rate, which is obviously better. And how many views did this video get? It got 431,000. How did people find this video? They found it from suggested. And so we click on it, and what do we see? Suggested click-through rate being 10.1%. That is awesome. Browse features being 4.7%. That is awesome. Just kidding, it's not awesome. It could have been better. And YouTube search being low, but that does not matter. So when you are making good videos for suggested, the videos can get a lot more views. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing for you all. I go over all these things again, and if you have any questions in the comments, just let me know. But your YouTube analytics is really going to be the meat and potatoes of your YouTube channel. You can really see that back end work. And that is how you read the metrics. So now let's go over to creating a channel. This is the channel checklist. Make sure you have channel tags. Make sure you have packaging, which your packaging is just your branding, your profile picture. Make sure your channel's country is set and you have your upload defaults. After you make your YouTube channel and you go over to your settings, make sure you set your country and you add keywords based on your channel. So if I'm doing military videos, I put in keywords like military, army, navy, politics, government, USA, things that align with my channel. In your settings tab, you also have your upload defaults, which serves as just a preset for all of your videos going forward. So if you want to put your description here, you can. Like I said, this is necessary. And you can also do a tag preset, but I personally don't think YouTube tags are that important anymore. Think of tags as kind of like your hashtags. Over in your customization tab, this is where you can upload your profile picture, your banner. This is personally not needed. Some channels have a banner, some don't. If you do, awesome. If you don't, awesome. Doesn't really affect it. It's just going to help out your channel's branding, not going to help out the algorithm, which is what I said here. Branding is important, yes, for like long-term stuff, but really in the grand scheme of it, just make a name that sounds cute and a PFP that sounds cute. Don't really have to worry about all of that extra stuff. And now I want to get into some social media tools that everyone should have. First one being Social Blade. Social Blade allows you to see accurate views. It allows you to see channel ranking and competitors. So on Social Blade, I can just search up a YouTube channel and then I could see how much they're making, how many views they're getting, and all that fun stuff. This is one of my friends. He's doing really good right now, getting over 1.6 billion views in the past 30 days. He's making a lot of money. And I can accurately see this. And how this is helpful is I can look at a channel, obviously, that I want to copy so I can start my YouTube automation and just see, how they've been doing. I can also use this to see their history, to see, okay, is this person growing this channel organically? Are they sub-botting? Is this an old channel? All of that stuff. So yes, I love Social Blade. Make sure to get it. Next thing you need is TubeGen, which I've already talked about. This is a script that TubeGen made for me. The title of this video is What If Human Civilization Didn't Begin in Summer? And again, if you do want a full TubeGen tutorial and understanding how to use this, I have that on my archives channel. This is really good for what we call ultra long YouTube channels. This is really good for these really long 1 hour, 2 hour long videos that have a really high RPM. And a lot of people are interested in this right now. Well, at least the time that I'm making this video, because these channels do make a lot of money and they pay so well. Another thing, we have vidIQ, which, as you know, I've been talking about vidIQ a lot. Use my link down in the description if you want. AI integrated SEO scoring, optimization, thumbnail making, which I played around with their thumbnail making. It's not terrible. Not all the way there yet, but it's not terrible. Allegedly can help you make scripts, but I haven't tried all that stuff. I know TubeGen is pretty awesome. Next thing, we have Algrow. I have a link to this as well. Algrow allows you to find a bunch of short YouTube channels. This tool is actually really good. I can look at how many uploads they have, who's doing the most views, and I would play around with this for sure. Really good for finding shorts channels. So let's look at this one, Underrated Internet. They have it recommended, and okay, yeah, this is doing really good. Wow, and it started relatively quickly, and they're already doing this good. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, so that is the basics to YouTube automation and all of my recommendations. Hopefully you were taking notes. So leave this video and start finding your niche now and lock in on it. Do not wait, and realize that this opportunity is not going to last forever. You know what I do every day? I run channels and I teach people how to do this. I see so many YouTube channels, trust me. If you don't make a name for yourself, if you don't lock in within the next 1.5 years, 2 years, it's going to be too late, realistically. I was working at Chick-fil-A before I did this, making $12 an hour, and now, obviously you can see we're in the penthouse. All thanks to these bad boys. If you want to learn from me, it's going to be the first link down in the description, or you can message me on Instagram, and I'm going to be giving out a lot more YouTube sauce, so make sure to follow me and subscribe and all that amazing stuff.